tell us what it was like growing up as a teenager in the 50s?
Yes, that was a long time ago, but it was, I was born in 1942, so I was like 8 years old around 1950, and it was such a simple life. And if you know what the Amish are like, it was almost like that, except we did have electricity. And, but it was just, everything was just so easy and simple.
When did you meet Grandpa? What was that story?
That was in my senior year. Actually, I graduated when I was 17, so I was married when I was 18. And then I had my first child when I was 19. And so I just, that was just what people
Right.
planned to do.
Right.
So.
And then speaking of children, word on the street is you had 10 kids.
Yes. Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes. We had 8 boys and 2 girls. And it was just, in fact, I think now, I wish I would have had even more. I mean, I really just totally, what happened was, I had 3 children and I was expecting my 4th, and that's when we became Christians.
Okay.
And so when we weren't Christians up until that time. Like I say, we went to church and we loved God, but we didn't know what it meant to be born again.
Right.
So we went to a Billy Graham movie and we received the Lord. And then from that time on, I was like, okay, God, whatever you want for our life, I want what you want. And both my husband Jerry and I were feeling that we just wanted to do what God wanted us to do. So we prayed and we just felt that we wanted to have as many children as God wanted us to have, and it ended up to be 10.
Wow.
Yes, it surprised me because I hadn't planned on that,
right.
But I wanted what God wanted, and so now there's 52 people in our family, and
52.
Yes. So, and they're all Christians serving the Lord. They're all leaders. In fact, we have someone at Lincoln that is Mr. Pepin in the elementary as the principal. Yes. And it's just neat to see what God has done.
Yeah.
And our youngest is 31 already, which surprises me. How did that happen?
Yes. But, okay, so what was the most challenging thing about raising 10 kids?
I think it was probably that sometimes you felt kind of alone, right? Because not everybody had a large family, and you just kind of, it wasn't challenging in the fact that you didn't feel right about it, but it was challenging to know you were kind of going down a different path. And I felt though that God was always with me and guiding me, and He always filled the gap if there were any voids at all. So it and it was so wonderful. Each child was such a blessing that it made up for the challenging part.
So. Yeah. So what would you, last question, but what would you tell a 17-year-old today?
I would tell them that, well, the word says in Romans that don't be conformed to this world. And basically all throughout Scripture it says just keep your eyes on me and don't try to please people. And to me, I think that's the key thing. There's sometimes you're going to make decisions that people do not understand or, won't go along with that. But as long as you just follow what the Lord is saying, that He'll take care of it. And I think I remember when I was a teenager and I did want to please people and do what they wanted, but now that I realize that is not,
Yeah.
just pleasing the Lord is the main thing.